Okay, 3 steps to become lean for the female gaze physique. Now, a lot of you watching this might be overweight, skinny fat, whatever it might be. Your body has a little too much fat on it, and you want to build a physique that would attract women, that would get them curious about you, that would put you in a positive light, essentially kind of give you the halo effect. Now, this is where I started. Just to give a little bit of background, I have been overweight, technically obese, for my entirety of my adult life, pretty much. As you can see, I mean, this just speaks for itself. Very, very round face, very round, puffy face. You can even get a glimpse of the double chin. This is my chin right here. This is the double chin. Lifeless eyes. I mean, just a train wreck. Just a train wreck, okay? Even here, like, I have the physique of a fat woman. I have an hourglass figure. This is ridiculous, right? This is what I looked like for most of my adult life, and I felt the judgment of strangers and even peers. I felt that people wouldn't respect me as much as they should. Maybe they wouldn't be as charitable as they should because of my appearance, because of me being overweight. And in a lot of ways, being overweight signals to people a certain stereotype. And I don't think this is fucking good. I don't think this is true, because I believe society has fucked us over when it comes to all this stuff. But a lot of people will call you lazy. They'll say it's your fault. All this fucking shit. And that is going to constantly bring you down a peg until you lose your confidence. You feel fat. Not only do you look fat, you feel fat. This is where we're at now. This isn't the ultimate destination, and I have a little bit more to go, and I'm going to talk more about that soon. But I mean, so much leaner. You could see more muscle definition, veins, abs. I mean, look, my stomach is not sticking out. My body isn't as curvaceous as before. It's more angular. It's more muscular. It's just sexier. It's just a better look for a man to have. So let's kind of get into it, okay? Goal. You need to have something to look at as a means to an end. What the fuck does that mean? But I'm just saying, like, if you have this vague idea of like, oh, I want to look fit, I want to have abs, I want to have muscle, what does that even look like? There's a whole lot of variation in that. Do you want to be a big fucking bodybuilder? Do you want to look like a cyclist, like an Olympic cyclist, where it's like your legs are blown out of fucking proportion? When it comes to the female gaze, there's a couple of very important things. Right here. Come on, class. Let's take a fucking look. Clearly, abs is one. You want to have some visible definition in the abs. Obliques is another. You're framing the abs. You're giving it good fucking strength. It's like having the Mona Lisa and then having like a shitty frame. That doesn't do the Mona Lisa justice, okay? Chest. You want to have a nice developed chest. Fuck. Good shoulder development is also important. Here's the theme here. Upper body aesthetics is important. Legs are important, of course, for a more well-rounded physique. But if we are trying to do the female gaze, we want to hit mostly the upper body and focus on the glutes and thighs. So these are kind of some of my inspirations, the physique I'm trying to go for. A lot of this is personal. You know, you could have like a particular thing you want. A lot of these, if it focuses a lot on upper body, lean, not too muscular, that is like the sweet spot for the female gaze physique. Now, we do have some more variation that I want to point out. This could be seen as the female gaze physique. And we're only talking about body. We're not talking about style. We're not talking about hair. Those all play a huge role. We're just talking about getting lean and focusing on physique here. Not as crazy as the examples up here, but still a very good look. Nice and lean. Visible abs. Good shoulder development. Nice biceps. Like, this is not over the top. This by no means is unachievable. Okay? You don't have to pump steroids to look like this fucking guy. And, you know, I feel like you want to look like this? This shit easy as fuck. This guy put no work in. That's not what I'm saying. Cool as fuck, though. This guy looks cool as hell. Then there's kind of this extreme where you're like, I mean, this guy is shredded. Clearly, like, the definition here, the striations on the obliques is intense. Okay? Good muscle definition, nice shoulders, very incredibly lean. I mean, holy shit. This is what they call snatched right here, boys. Insanity. So somewhere between this one and this one is honestly the sweet spot. Like, you could, if you're here, you're doing so much better than 90% of guys. If you're underneath this, that's totally fine. If you're above this, you might be going a little too far, TBH. Why do I have this picture? This man is clothed. Yes. What do you notice? Even though he's clothed, what do you notice? Nice fucking neck. This is a really gay video, I just realized. Nice neck. Beautiful muscles. Half naked man. You could see his physique through his clothes. You could see that's bicep, that's tricep. Decent forearms. I have terrible forearms, by the way. I have fucking twigs, okay? They don't have to be massive, but you can tell, like, okay, we're seeing some veinage, okay? Nice shoulders. Good back right here. You can tell by the traps. Good back, good neck. Such a weird way. You can tell, you can see some chest right here. The most important thing, like, you're not going to be naked most of the time. You're not going to be walking around Walmart shirtless. You're not going to be walking around the mall shirtless. I live in Florida. It's like totally normal for people to be shirtless around here. But I'm not going to be walking into a bank. I'm not going to be walking into a mall. I'm not going to be going to X, Y, and Z place without my shirt. Like, imagine if I walked into work and I was shirtless. I would get fucking fired immediately. But with this, you can see the muscles through the shirt. Now, for all we know, he could take this off, and I mean, like, he has, like, terrible chest, he has terrible abs, whatever. But the frame is good. The overall picture is good. So, let's dive a little bit deeper into goals. So, first, we want to have something to aim towards. We don't necessarily have to be exactly that, and you might have, I mean, realistically, this physique right here might be a little bit out of my reach because I don't want to spend every waking moment to look like this, right? But I can aim for it. I can try to get as close as I possibly can to it. So you want to have clear goal. Something you can be like, that is what I want. Then you want to think, how can I get that? And we're going to talk more about the diet and the workout here in a minute. But you want to kind of analyze the body. Okay, so, you know, analyze body. You want to analyze the body. Do they have a nice shoulder definition? How much shoulder definition do they have? How good is the chest? Like, how much development does the chest have? What does the abs look like? What is the bicep, tricep, neck, back? These are things you want to consider. And then you want to have a timeline. Now, if you're fat, you can lose weight relatively quickly. I've made most, if not all, my progress in 6 months. Just 6 months. And I talk all about this in my course, so you can check it out. 6 months to go from obese to lean, right? Again, I think I was like 215 in this. Right now, I'm sitting at 164, and I'm actually aiming for 155. And I am, like, very much on track. I can literally control my body weight. It's, when I tell people that, they think I'm fucking crazy. But I have, like, the admin panel for it. I can, like, easily, like, tweak a couple things, weight just drops. Tweak a couple things, I can gain weight. It is so incredibly easy. You know, I'll have the link to my course and my community in the description, where you can ask me as specific of questions you want. Whether it's, you know, you have like a very specific question about your diet, your lifestyle, maybe your sleep that affects your weight loss, weight, whatever it might be. You can ask me there. Diet. Take a look at this beautiful, beautiful fucking picture. This is real food. Can I this ain't shit from the fucking factory, boys. This wasn't ground down using industrial machinery. This is healthy shit right here. My go-to diet is the low carb diet. As you look at these pictures, there's a couple of things you might notice. Avocados. We have meats, like we have chicken. We have less developed chicken, aka eggs. We have spinach, we have broccoli, we have all these vegetables right here. Where's the bread? Where's the tortillas? Where's the fucking tub of ice cream? God damn it, where's my goddamn ice cream? Where's my 7-gallon thing of fucking sugary soda? Electrolytes, cheers. You want to cut as much of that shit as possible. I have videos on this. I have a bunch of YouTube shorts on these types of concepts. If you want me to make more in-depth videos, you can just let me know or sign up for my course. If you focus on these types of meals, you will make insane progress so quickly. What you're doing is you're letting your body's glycogen stores deplete. You're letting your blood sugar go down. You're letting your insulin sensitivity to come back. A lot of the problem is if you've ever, this might be you right now. You might be very overweight. You might be obese. You might be skinny fat. What happens is at a certain point when you try to lose weight, it feels a lot more difficult. You might spend a couple of weeks, months, and not see that much progress, and then bounce right back. And maybe you even grew. What happened? A lot of people look at caloric intake and caloric expenditure. You know why you're fat? Too many goddamn calories. You're not moving around enough. You're not eating less enough. Shit pisses me off. I get genuinely upset at that, okay? People say, oh, calories in, calories out. They have a very simplistic view on what I believe weight loss is, okay? What is the talk about insulin? How the fuck do you spell insulin? Insulin. Hold on. There you go. Insulin, okay? Where's the insulin? Where's the talking about lowering insulin resistance? Where is the glucose? Where is the talk on ghrelin? I don't think actually ghrelin has an E at the end. Where is the talk about these hormones? It's so easy to be like, just don't eat as much. Just eat less calories. Just move more. Those simplistic views fuck a lot of people up because it's not necessarily just that. There's a lot more kind of going on underneath the scene. I have a video where I talk more about this. You can check it out. YouTube short, check it out. The point is, we want to start using the energy that's on our body. If our insulin sensitivity isn't high enough, our body isn't going to want to tap into the fat we have stored on our body, making it much more difficult to lose weight. So when you cut out most of the carbs, and listen, everything that grows in the ground is a carb. Like, there's going to be carbs, but we're lowering it. We're trying to get it as low as possible. 20 to 50 is a good range to keep it down. Like, if you want to go more, it might be a little too crazy, but, talk to your doctor, okay? Another thing that I feel like doesn't get its flowers is fasting. I'm only going to talk about intermittent fasting and doing what's called OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. I don't want to toot my own horn. I am a fasting god. I've fasted. I've done intermittent fasting. I've done sardine fasting. I've done OMAD. I've done water fasting. I've done a lot of these things. I've done it multiple times for very good results. But there's some that are more advanced than others and a little bit more of a barrier of entry and more caution. But I think doing intermittent fasting, having 2 meals, so like skipping your breakfast and then not eating after dinner, is really good to improve your insulin sensitivity, to reduce the fasting rate of insulin in your body, which is connected to obesity, to overweightness. OMAD is kind of a more extreme version of the intermittent fasting. It's your eating window goes from, let's say this is your entire day. I have a whiteboard. I don't know why I'm trying to use my hands here. All right, this is your day. okay? Right here is 12. All the way right here, 12 the next day. Or 0, okay? Stick with me here. If you do intermittent fasting and you stop eating breakfast and then you don't eat after dinner, your window would probably look something like this. Right here, you're eating. Here, you are not eating. Here, you are not eating. You're sleeping here or about here, and then you're waking up over at this other end, right? When you do OMAD, this is what your chart's going to look like. You have your day. Same concept. Instead of having this bigness, very scientific word, you know. Let me know if you need me to slow down right now. You're tightening up the eating window. This could be... Whoa, Nelly, what the hell? Boy, what the hell happened right there? Right here, this might be 2 or 3 hours. Whereas this might be 6 to 8 hours. A much shorter... This could even be just an hour, like a singular meal that you have ready to eat. So what's going on right now? Okay, so we have a lot more time. I should probably just do like that. A lot more time of not eating, of allowing our body to burn the fat that it has, to go into even mild ketosis, where your body is using a much more efficient way of fuel. So we're getting rid of our fat, we're eating less, we're eating the good stuff during those windows, and we're making a lot of progress. Now, I talk about hunger and stuff like that. Let me kind of briefly go over it. You want to have, if we go back to our chart right here, a lot of proteins, a lot of good proteins. We have vegetables, so we have fiber. You want to focus on fats too. You want to have good, healthy fats in your diet. You want avocados. You want butter. You want olive oil, tallow, whatever. Right? You just make sure it's healthy. Just make sure it's not the machine lubricant seed oils, okay? Those are disgusting. Those are going to kill you. Go for the healthy stuff, and don't be afraid to lather it on. Because when you're hungry, your body is pretty much saying, yo, I need more energy. Don't go to the carbs. Go to a meal with high protein and high fat. Your body will get that energy. Your body will tell you it's satiated, and you'll have less hunger pangs than before. Trust me on that one. I'm doing OMAD right now. I feel great. I hit a plateau. I made a couple changes. Like I said, I control my body weight like it's levers. It's levers to me. Workout. Low key, this is not as important as diet. If you, listen to me. If you look like this, right now, do you think adding 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds of muscle would make me look that much different? And think about 5 pounds throughout my body, not in a specific, like throughout my body, through my arms, my triceps, my shoulder, my back, my chest, maybe even a little bit more ab development, a little more forearm, more glutes. Like, do you think it's going to make that big of a difference? Genuinely. No, it's not. So you shouldn't be focusing heavily on working out until you have this diet portion settled. You can still work out, but put more emphasis on this part, because this will give you a bigger ROI than just working out and throwing your diet to the wayside. I do, however, recommend, in the meantime, to do compound movement, okay? Start with the fundamentals, the basics. I only have a bench and 2 adjustable dumbbells, okay? That's all I have. That's all I've needed to go from this to how I currently look right now, like this. You don't need to go fucking ham. And it's probably better you don't go fucking ham, right? We're trying to look like this. This is the female gaze right here. We're not trying to look like the Hulk. Are there some women who like that? Yes. A majority of women lean more towards this. This is what they imagine. Remember, This is the threshold between this and this. That is the big threshold. You could have some more muscle development in the chest, in the bicep, tricep, shoulder, but anything more would be falling out of that range. This is all you need. You can tweak this. You can, if you made good progress with these, you're starting to see some nice muscle, maybe progress slows down, or you want to focus on a specific muscle group because, like I said, you did your goal, you did a timeline, you had a clear goal, a clear image, you analyze their body, you might say, oh, okay, I should focus more on shoulder. Maybe I should add a shoulder exercise. Maybe I want to widen myself up a little bit, so I'll hit, more on the outer shoulder. Then you look up workouts, and then you add that to your regimen. You don't add a fuck ton of things all at once. You go one by one and you build the perfect workout plan for you. This will get you so much further, and you'll understand so much more about working out than you would if you threw like 20 different workouts all in at once. And especially if you don't have any prior training experience, you're going to have trouble with form. You're going to have trouble with rep, with sets, with, oh, should I move like this? Should I move like that? Or what should I do first? What should I do second? You'll get a better understanding if you start minimally and work your way up. Right? That's why in this video, I'm only talking about compound workouts. Honestly, folks, gentlemen, these are the 3 steps to the female gaze physique. Honestly, this is all you need. Any more than this is a bonus, okay? You can get 90% of the way to where you want to be with just these, okay? With the proper goal, the proper diet, and a decent workout, you'll be golden, okay? Take it easy.